I guess.
Today is the day. I have a confession to make. In my life, I have driven, but I also owned quite a few 4x4 vehicles. And I even liked some of them, like that little guy parked next to the church. I have owned a Wrangler Sahara 2002. I've owned even Nissan Pathfinder. And then I also remember my dad owning the third generation of the RAV4. With my 4x4s, with my SUVs, I was always quick to fall out of love with them. Because in the environment where I owned them, I think they were pretty useless. If that sounds any reasonable. When this rolled out in the Western world, it made a splash. And I don't know why it made a splash even for me. And there's basically nothing special about it, but I still like it. It speaks with the little curved back going up and big chunky tires properly sitting and looking proportionless to this overall very small body. Anyways, I've made my confession, and now I think it's time to have a drive. Oh. Little bastard. Okay, let's go. So, after driving it for a short time on the tarmac, you want to actually take it off the road. That would be proper road with this vehicle. Bumpy stuff, you know. Uh-oh. Hello, my motoring friends. So I think I've come to the best point where I should start my new video on my test subject today. Welcome to this new episode of Motoring Bug, coming to you directly from this rural side of Italy in the hills of Umbria. Google it if you don't know where is that. And this would be pretty much the end of my road, should I come here on foot or in any other vehicle, but I haven't. So today we're gonna run this little RAV4, which stands for Recreational Active Vehicle with full-time all-wheel drive. And let's see where this road leads, and I have no idea where this road is going to take me. But that's why the machines like this exist, and now they are becoming classic, something interesting from the past. And that is what Motoring Bug, the only disease worth spreading, is focused on. Let's go. Okay, let's do it. Never done anything like that in my life. Honest. Okay. Central diff locked. All-wheel drive is always engaged. Avanti. Piece of cake. There is another one. Very small though. Okay. It is swimming time today, I guess, for the RAV4. Yay! Easy peasy. There you go. It would be safe to say that you need to live in the area like this. 2 minutes from your house, 1 minute, 10 minutes, half an hour. But you need to have it. Then you're gonna have a lot of fun with this little cute hatchback with all-wheel drive. So what is the RAV4 essentially? What does this RAV abbreviation actually stands for? No idea. Okay, we wanted to talk about names. I'm now on the global Toyota website. The first generation RAV4 debuted in 1994 when body-on-frame four-wheel drive vehicles were positioned as off-road vehicles. The RAV4 would go on to play a pivotal role, blah blah blah, based on creating a robust, accurate vehicle with four-wheel drive. Baloney. Wikipedia says that RAV4 means recreational active vehicle, which is also some sort of a gibberish if you ask me. First of all, how a vehicle can be active or passive. You don't buy a vehicle to be passive. And I understand if it would be called recreational activity vehicle. But they're also lying about being the first on the market and being a pivotal point, etc., etc. Because in April 1977, the Soviets rolled out the first Lada Niva off the conveyor in the city of Tolyatti, and that was the first activity or active or whatever four-wheel drive vehicle. So the Japanese were almost 20 years late to the party, and Niva was sold all over the world, including Japan. When they presented RAV4, they rolled out the 3-door version, which coincidentally had the same exact wheelbase and the same exact overall length as a Soviet Niva. Maybe it was a nod to designers that got something right. But on that 3-door version, they've built a fun cruiser with an open top. That's a good name, I think, because it's essentially a convertible that can take you pretty much anywhere, almost anywhere. So we can go on and on about these names, but it's going to be interesting enough to find out which names I can call this vehicle after driving it around. Recreational aquatic vehicle. Possibly? Yes, why not? We've crossed 2 rivers. Okay, streams, but anyways. If you live in the area like this, it could be regular activity vehicle, right? Anything you want, actually, as long as you take it off the road. Don't spend much time on it. Radioactive vehicle. Could be even that. No? But I essentially think that this is a quad. This is a quadricycle with the roof, more comfortable seat, air conditioning, yes, and the radio that always plays some static or gibberish, makes noise, probably a bit better than the engine. I think it could be even reproductive active vehicle. You're far, far, far from everybody. Who's gonna see you? Recreation. Kind of sounds like reproduction. So you kind of recreate yourself in the future generations. So many things in one little car. Nice. This is the environment this car feels absolutely at home, behaves fantastic. It is as much off-roading as I would do, or I would want to do. Exactly my point. You see these guys? After doing this, you won't be able to do anything with the important bits of your body. It's all gonna be destroyed anyways, so why bother? I, on the other hand, having 4 wheels with 4-wheel drive, will be as fresh as new, ready to take on any sort of recreational or what's that called again? Recreational activities. I'll be ready to recreate. Now on the road it is a jacked up hatchback with the tall tires. So what would you expect? Not much. you shouldn't expect any sort of fast driving emotions or fun. It is as exciting as eating a bowl of miso soup. And that sewing machine under the bonnet is not much of a help. It would be better if it came with the seamstress. But where was I? Yes, on the road. Composed very well. The brakes are a bit too spongy, but we are in a 25-year-old car with 215,000 kilometers, which is not much if you think. It's only around 8,500 a year. So, well-kept example. Some noises from under the bonnet which are a bit weird, but probably okay. Some suspension noise, yes. It's lacking the agility of the hatchback, exactly because of those big tall tires, not because it's high up above the ground. It doesn't lean too much in the corners. It's just lacking a bit of emotion, that's it. But it's rudimental. But on the other hand, it's a well-built, cheap, economical Corolla, Celica, Carina, whatever it is, enclosed in a different type of body, and it's actually not that terrible on the tarmac. Just don't expect any type of fun. All the fun you can get from this car is there. Whew. Off the road. Then I'm sure you're gonna be a happy camper, or a fisherman, or a hunter, or whatever floats your boat. Go collect mushrooms, asparagus, set up your tent, use the back space for your mattress. Have fun. Because, as we all know, the better 4x4 you have, the longer your walk is going to be to get the tractor, which is gonna pull you out of the troubles you get yourself into. Right? But the most important thing is that it is a nice piece of machinery, well built. It is a new young timer, soon to be classic. And it's a lot of fun for a very reasonable amount of money. Ooh. So I think with that I shall go back to the tarmac, hit the road, and be back home by supper for a glass of nice Italian red. Ciao!